clarification to us, and I think this is also helpful to our training on emotional intelligence. So we're going to start by learning the keywords. Emotional intelligence refers to the ability to perceive, understand, and manage one's own emotion as well as the emotions of others. So it is not just managing our own emotion, it is how we react to other person's emotion. Are we are we are we listening? Are we on the same
Yes,
page?
we can hear you.
Yes. So because our emotions don't just affect us, they affect people around us. So how we handle things, how we say things, how we do things affects the people around us. They affect our relationship, whether at work, whether in family, church, just in groups as it comes. So understanding this enables us to communicate effectively. Joy already explained that there are some people that are assertive, some people are not assertive. So you need to understand this to help you communicate effectively. They're empathizing with others and establishing meaningful connection. That's sustainable relationship with other people. So dispute resolution, on the other hand, is a process where we resolve conflict between ourselves, in a group, at workplace, in church, communities, and so on. Even in our day-to-day transaction, dispute arises from our contract, in school. Even as a student, disputes can arise between you and your lecturer, or you and the entire school. I've seen where people sue people sue their schools for not giving them the grade that they deserve. So that's how vast dispute resolution can be. So do we now understand the term emotional intelligence and dispute resolution? Are we on the same page?
Yes, yes, we are.
Okay. So I'm starting with dispute resolution mechanism. So how do we resolve disputes? So now this is like I'm taking the the traditional part last. That's okay. So these alternative dispute resolutions, arbitration, mediation, conciliation can fall under it. Then the traditional on its own, then litigation. So I'll start with litigation. So litigation is the normal, all the idea of dispute resolution that we all have. Oh, you offend me, I go carry you go court, I go sue you. That is litigation. So, so this you can. Why I'm thinking, okay, I think I should just take arbitration, mediation, and conciliation first, and the traditional method before taking litigation, because there are some things that you cannot resolve using the alternative dispute resolution method. So we just concluded our election, our general election for the presidency, Senate, and House of Reps. So how do we resolve the disputes that escalate from the results? Oh, I won. Oh, that was rigging and all. So alternative dispute resolution cannot help us with that. So those individuals with grievances have to go to court. So that's where litigation come in. You understand? So we should take these other means first before we go into litigation. Then, for the purpose of this class for emotional intelligence, we won't be going like deep into dispute resolution. I just want to let us understand how we can manage our emotions to help us reduce conflict, to help us curtail conflicts in our day-to-day life. So arbitration, one. So arbitration is an alternative to litigation. Parties agree how to resolve their disputes by appointing an arbitrator. It could be one or three, they are usually in odd numbers, so that when it comes to resolving, meeting pattern can um, help resolve the dispute. So you agree on who is going to arbitrate on your matter, and the decision from that arbitration becomes binding. So for mediation, so most times arbitration is similar. It has some, yeah, they said it's a voluntary process, parties choose and all, but I think it's also still technical as litigation, because in fact in some instances it can be, it's even expensive than litigation. It's just that, yeah, it's faster and all. So most complex contracts, like um, let's say you're entering into a transaction into with someone, and you, there is a clause for dispute resolution. You guys opted for arbitration. So in your clause, you say, oh, parties will appoint arbitrator. The arbitration will take place in Lagos or in Addis Ababa or London. Then this is the rules that is going to guide our disputes. That's the arbitration process. It could be the Arbitration Act in Nigeria, like that. So you choose the law that will guide same. So it's similar to litigation, a bit rigid too. So at the end of the day, the decision that the arbitrator or arbitrators find becomes binding between parties. So that's on the one hand for arbitration. For mediation, it's also a voluntary process. And it's just that it's not as stringent as arbitration. It's flexible. You have a neutral third party that helps you resolve. So unlike litigation and arbitrator, that you have a judge, you have an umpire that help you decide your matter. For mediation, the person help you both. Like, Joy, you said Tony did not give you this money. Toyin, you said Joy did not give you the money completely. It just helps you in the process. Like, he helps the party. It's just like you're learning how to walk and someone is holding your hands and saying, oh, yeah, lift your leg, lift the next leg. So that's what the mediator does. The mediator doesn't um, pass a decision per se. He helps parties to come to an agreement. That's what the mediator does. So are you guys with me?
Yes. Can you make your screen bold and put it on presentation mode? We can. Is very tiny. We can't see it clearly.
Okay. Is it better
Yes,
now?
I think this is
Better
better.
now? I zoomed
Mm.
in. Okay, so conciliator too. Okay, so they also help party come to an agreement by facilitating communication and negotiation between parties, similar to mediation. So, but for conciliation, it's government agencies that usually use it as a means of resolving disputes among themselves. Then traditional and community dispute resolution. So, as I think we're mostly Africans on this call and mostly Nigerians. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay, so you know how we resolve disputes. This person offends me, I report to an elder, or I report to the pastor, or I report to the person's parents. You understand? So that's the traditional method. It's a communal way of settling disputes, and that's what most of us resort to when we have disputes. So I said that initially, I said that the alternative dispute resolution centers actually use arbitration, mediation, and conciliation. So in our courts now, we have these centers, and we also have independent centers where you can go and report your disputes. They will choose the appropriate means, or let's say in a transaction, you already choose a means where you're going to resolve your disputes. For instance, this arbitration now, you already choose that, oh, it is going to be done at the multi-door courthouse in Lagos or the multi-door courthouse in Abuja. So the dispute will be resolved at those centers. So for litigation, it is just our normal way. I go to court, I file my claim, where it is needed for you to have counsel, you engage the services of the counsel, and they represent you in court. It's not all the time that you need counsel, but to be able to navigate the technicalities that comes with litigation, you you actually do need a counsel, but not all the time, because I've seen a lower courts like magistrate court. I've seen where people go and they meet the magistrate and complain directly, maybe fill one or two forms, and they resolve their disputes without counsels involved. So that's on the one hand. So this is just the mechanism. These are the professional mechanisms for resolving disputes in our time. So there is still negotiation. I didn't list that because it's a day-to-day thing. You negotiate in transaction, even at the market we negotiate. Madam, I want to buy fish. She said 1,000. I said, madam, things cost. I get 500. You know, say money no day. Like that. So those are negotiations. So it's a way of also, because it's a conflict. If she wants to collect 1,000 and I'm willing to pay 600, it's a conflict of interest already. So we're trying to resolve that. And the means of that bargaining, it's what we call negotiation. So are we on the same page? Are you guys with me?
Yes, we are.
Yeah. Yes,
Okay.
we are.
All right. So so the interplay between AI and dispute resolution. Now that we have an understanding of dispute resolution, and also what is the interplay between EI? So generally, EI, emotional intelligence, it's something that is important for all of us. It's a skill that is important for all of us to have, because at every point in time in one's life, if you allow your emotion rule over you, you're not going to excel in the things you put your hands on. Amongst your peer, there will be a lot of issues, even if you're brilliant. So I know that different type of intelligence. We have intelligent quotient, we have social intelligence, we have emotional intelligence. I think there's still some others. So let's say you have a very high intelligence quotient. You're smart, you're bright, and all, but you do not have emotional intelligence. You can't excel in what you do. Even let's say you graduate with a first class and you're given a leadership position in a company, and you cannot manage people, because you are going to meet a lot of persons. You're going to meet different people with different temperaments, with different behavior, different attitude towards work and towards life. So how do you deal with these people all the time? How do you get to deal with them? How do you get to interface with them? So equipping yourself with having a good emotional intelligence makes you handle this effectively, makes you a better leader, makes you a better anything you want to be in life. So having a balance of this makes you have a seamless relationship with people. So emotional intelligence and dispute resolutions are both important concepts in the society. So we're just going to I'm just going to go straight. I've already said that it helps leaders. Like for leadership position, you need it, and you need to be equipped enough to handle people's emotion. So I'm going to throw it to the house now. Let's say you're calm, you're all cool-headed and all. Then you went to the office, or you're on your way to school, and let me use a Lagos scenario. I'm trying to board the bus, and my shoe is all clean, everything silk, multi-polish, everything is looking very nice, and someone steps on me and probably stains my shirt, and I'm on my way to work, and the person didn't apologize. Then I get all heated, started bashing the person. You didn't see that you stained my shirt. Before I know it, we started fighting and things get very bad. Most likely, most times, those people that won't tell you sorry don't have anything to lose. But you are going to work, probably you have a presentation by 9 o'clock, or you're going to class and you have a presentation or something to do, or you have a test to go and write. You're already destabilized. You can't even put yourself into other. So we can actually, we can control how we feel, we can control how we do things, but we can't control how others throw things back at us. So where your emotional intelligence comes in is knowing that this person is not okay, and if I react, I'm just going to get meddled up in this situation, and it's going to affect me all day. So emotional intelligence is knowing that, see, since you cannot apologize, let's lock up. Let me clean my shoe. It doesn't mean that you're stupid. So let's not be too, oh, they said we should be emotional intelligence. Let me not talk about it. Let's let it go. You can talk about it, but how do you handle it? And same goes with work. So you have a teammate. You have a teammate. If we're supposed to complete a task together, you've completed yours, the person hasn't completed theirs, and you know that that person not completing his work is going to affect yours. So what do you do? So instead of flaring up, this person has not completed the work and all, you can approach the person, ask, see, we have a deadline to meet. What is the problem? Why is it that your own side of the task is lagging? Why have you not completed it? So that's where empathy comes in. You're trying to know, okay, what is the problem first before I react? What is the problem first before I react? So the same thing with the person that stepped on you in the bus or stained your shirt. It could be that that person is in a hurry or not in a proper state of mind and wasn't even paying attention. The person just stepped on you. So you overreacting escalates the whole thing. Before you know, dispute arises. Before you know, everything has gone bad. So it's now self-awareness, then social awareness, and now how to regulate. So for emotional intelligence, let me classify this. There are 4 concepts. So the first 2 concepts is self-awareness and social awareness. So self-awareness is I have a high temperament. So who are the people around me? How is their temperament like? So how am I going to control this? That's recognition. So you're recognizing that, oh, my partner has high temperament. The person is always angry, or one issue or the other. The person is fast to talk. One thing. So that's you're socially aware that the other person is not in a good state of mind. Then are you also aware of your own emotion? Are you aware of your own temperament? Are you aware of the kind of person you are? So that is classified as recognition. So how do you now manage? That's regulation. So you have to now learn that, oh, I'm bad at this. Self-management. Just like Joy already explained that, oh, I am an assertive communicator. And people used to feel offended whenever I speak and all. So how do I manage this? I need to work on my tone. So now that is regulation. That's self-management. So social skill is now knowing that this person is hot-tempered. So you now know that I'll have to play along all the time in order not to trigger the person's temperament. You have to learn how to manage. Then there are this set of persons that they don't care. They're just there, whether things are done or not. So you have to push them. So you have to be now socially aware that this person needs a push. So that's where your EI comes in. So sometimes you'll be angry. when they say let us do something, this person doesn't do it. It could be that the person is not even aware that I'm supposed to do something, or well, anyhow we go rough arm. That's what the person have in his head. So you have to now develop skills of, you have to bridge that gap to tell the person, oh, we need to do this thing. Do you need help with it? Where are you having challenges? Why can't you do this on time? So you try to understand what is causing the problem and you try to bridge that gap. So also you need to, so emotional intelligence also is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage not just your own emotion and other people's own, as I've highlighted before. And this will help you manage conflict at all time, because you need to put yourself in the other person's shoe, empathize, understand why that person is acting the way the person is acting before you react. So if I understand why this person is acting this way, then I'll be able to react. But if I just jump in and react, then there is a problem, because I don't even know what is making that person react the way he did. So there is an instance, again, people will do what they do because they don't owe you anything. They just feel, see, now your wallet, that if you want choke. So I've heard a story where there's this man, he wakes up every morning, he has a white Cadillac, he cleans it up, wash it, pimp it. He doesn't allow anybody touch the car. So he goes, before he goes to work, he takes his bath, eats and all, then he drives out. So there was a day he finished cleaning his car and all. So he was about going in to take his bath. Then a taxi driver, I don't know what happened, the splash, rain fell, and the person passed. The person is not even, it's not a like, hey, come back, you splashed my car. The person just splashed and passed. You splashed that on my car. And the person started shouting. Before you know, the person had an heart attack and he dropped dead. So that person doesn't even know that he has died or he affected somebody's or something happened. So most times it's the same thing with emotion. Sometimes we carry things to heart, and the person that we are even angry at or the person that we are reacting towards, the person is not even aware, it's not socially aware of what is going on in our mind. So it is left for us to manage our emotions, because that's one thing that we have control. You don't have control over how other people will treat you or over how they are going to react, but you have control over your own emotion on how you're going to react to things or how you're going to take things. So like that, there are some people that they are ready to just, I know of an office setting that if they want to scatter their boss's emotion for the day, let's say he gives them a task on Friday and says, oh, on Monday, please keep this so file on my desk before work starts. So what they do is just to destabilize or disgrace him, because they know that he doesn't have a stable emotion. He gets angry all the time and all. So what they do is they will say, oh, guy is coming. Then the other secretary will say, tell him that we didn't see the file, we can't find the file. So before you know it, they will tell Oga, they will go to Oga's office and tell Oga, oh, Oga, we can't find that file. You said, Oga will embarrass himself. He'll be jumping around. Unfortunately for them, that day, their boss's friend was around and they were not aware that he was listening to them and the whole plot. So he approached his friend after the whole drama and said, see, these people are going to kill you. You need to learn how to manage your emotions. So people sometimes, they know how you react to things and they use it against you. So you have to learn how to manage, how to curtail your emotion no matter what. I know that it's difficult. It's a crazy world. Things are happening. We are all passing through a lot, but we need to manage our emotions. So I've already made mention of self-awareness, self-management, and empathy as a construct of emotional intelligence. So the ability to identify, understand, manage emotions, helps a person in his professional environment and dealings with persons. I've given instances to this, and also it helps you climb up the ladder. It helps you navigate the issues, the challenges you face in your day-to-day life. So a person with high degree of emotional intelligence can manage conflicts and can sustain excellent relationship with others. If I have low EI, I'll be fighting. If all of us have low EI and there's nobody to manage their own EI, we'll all be fighting. Like there will be conflict, there will be friction everywhere. I don't know whether we have a football fan here. There is this guy that used to bite people on the field. When he gets angry under pressure, he bites. I think they have to send him off. I think FIFA banned him for about 2 years or so. I don't know what. Can someone help me with? Can someone help me with the guy's name?
Luis Suarez.
Yes, Suarez. So and that's
yes, Suarez.
Yes, that is bad for a professional. So you can see how that plays out for him. He couldn't maintain his emotion. Then there are sometimes that you see some coaches. You have to be in the field to tell your player, oh, pass this way, pass it. But because of emotion, before you know, they give them yellow card and they give them red card and they are sent out of the field. Then you see some people, so in positivism now, there was a time we went to, I wrote a professional exam, and the first paper that we took, it was difficult, and a lady came out and said no, she cannot proceed with the second paper because the first one was too much to chew and all. So we had to encourage her to take the second paper. Now, if you don't know how to manage your emotion, that first paper, it will ruin the rest of your exam. Like, because yes, you'll be at disarray. You'll be like, I don't mess up for this first one. So no matter what I do for the rest, I'm not going to make up for it. And you don't even know. After the exams, we reached out to her and she told us that she passed the second one that she almost left. You understand? Because she knew that she was going to fail the first one, but she passed that second one. So imagine if she had left and there was nobody to encourage her and all. So our emotion goes a long way, not just with interpersonal relationship, even with ourselves. Because I want to say that we have relationship with ourselves, like with our inner self, because sometimes you don't get people to even encourage you. You don't get people to tell you, Oluwatoyin, you don't do that. You have to tell yourself, do this, do that, and also you need to manage your emotion at all time. So I already mentioned that people with high EI are better leaders and they manage conflict effectively. So an individual that has the ability to identify the sources of conflict can mitigate same. So if I know that Mr. Wale in the office doesn't like when he gives you a task and you come back with excuses, or even if you're going to come back with excuses, he wants you to tell him beforehand, before the deadline, then I keep repeating the same thing and the complaint. When it's time for appraisal, Mr. Wale will not be happy. I didn't manage. I already know that this is the source of the conflict. It's because I didn't manage the situation. So you need to understand that, okay, what is causing this issue? What is causing the friction? So you manage that to avoid escalation. So am I taking everyone along?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
I understand.
Okay, so the inability to manage impulse emotion results in severe condition among individuals, sometimes career derailment. I've already said it that if you don't manage your EI, no matter how smart and intelligent you are, what keeps you up there is relationship. You write exams, take professional exams, you are going to get to the peak of your career, the peak of all you want to do. But if you cannot manage people, if you cannot manage your emotion, if you can't communicate effectively, you're not going to, it's not going to be, your IQ is not going to sustain you. So EI is what sustains you up there, is what keeps you floating. It's what keeps you up there at all times. You see, some people are not excellent. Some people are not, but because they are people's people, like they know how to find their way around people, they know how to communicate, they know how to keep relationship, and that's what makes them better leaders. Are you guys with me?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's what makes them better leaders. It's not that, oh, they're smart, they're strategic. It's because they can manage people at all time. They can manage different type of emotions that come their way at all time. I know that, yes, you will always find different type of people in a setting. Some people are high spirited, some people are low spirited, some people are moderate, some people need a push, some people they will lord over you. So how do you manage someone that lords over you? So is to understand how they think, how things go, and manage the situation to avoid conflict. Because if someone comes now and keeps lording over you, you become defensive without you understanding, okay, this is this person. And all you need to do is communicate that, oh, I think you're not doing this thing appropriately, or I think we should use this method, or I think this is better. So you don't go the I attack, you defend. Before you know, conflict will ensue, and you won't be able to manage the situation. So you need to understand at all time why is this person reacting like this? Why is this person acting this way? So how can I balance this? How can I react to this? So sometimes before you meet some people, you already think it through. I'm meeting this person today, and this is the kind of person he is. How can I gauge this? How can I respond to the person's temperament? So you need to work on it. It's not rocket science. It's something that we need to learn every day. It's something that we need, as I said before, self-awareness and social awareness. You need to be aware of your own emotions, need to be aware of other people's emotion for you to be able to manage conflict effectively and manage all that happens around you. So the next slide, the ways that emotional intelligence can generally impact human relationship. So Joy has done justice to effective communication. So I think is effective communication also flows from emotional intelligence, because if you're not emotionally intelligent, you won't be able to effectively communicate to others. So effective communication, emotional intelligence helps individuals to communicate effectively, understand their own emotions, and being able to express them clearly, and also understanding other people's emotion and being able to react to those emotions as appropriate. So empathy too. So it's the ability to understand that, see, this is what this person is going through. Put yourself in their shoes. So you try to understand why they are acting the way they are acting. So you try to instead of shutting them out, you try to put everything together for them, try to help them through. Oh, this person is low, probably this person is depressed. Okay, you don't just say, oh, why are you always acting like this? This person just you try to understand, listen to the person, hear them out, and try to resolve issues with them amicably. Talk through it. Talk. I see it all the time. Most times we assume that, oh, this person is supposed to know that this thing is supposed to happen. oh, this person is supposed to know that this meeting is by 4 p.m. I mustn't remind the person. It could be that that person maybe had an accident, or that person is sick or something. So most times we need to try to understand why people acted the way they did before we react, before we lash out on them. So it also helps in managing our conflicts. So if I understand everybody's emotion, if I understand why this person acted the way he acted, then we can resolve our differences amicably. So most times we are in a hurry to just I will not agree, I will not accept. So in life, we always need to meet each other at the middle. We have to have the win-win situation, not the win you lose situation. To always meet each other at the middle. And you can only do this when you have high emotional intelligence. So you mustn't, if you understand that, see, I mustn't win all through at all time. Let's always shift ground. This is even not just at work, even in our relationship. Let's say you're dating, husband and wife, even in church, in our day-to-day life, we need to always consider others and try to meet each other halfway, and the world will be better with that. Actually, I know that it's difficult because you have to deprive yourself of some things to meet another at the middle, but it's important for us to have balance in this life, because if you all go all bull style, like all red, 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 I must win, I must win, I must I must do this, then at the end of the day, everybody will end up losing. So we need to learn to meet each other at the middle, because what if you win, then you lose a friend, you lose a partner, you lose a wife, you lose husband, you lose, let's say for I've seen a situation where a pastor was teaching, and they already informed everybody, put your phone on silent and all that, and someone's phone rang in the choir. And he said, whose phone is that? Whose phone is that? Bring it. And he smashed the phone. He smashed the phone. So if that person is, he smashed the person's phone. Like he smashed the person's phone. And if that person comes on the altar next week to preach to you, will you listen? You're not going to listen. You're not going to make any impact with that. So our emotions should be something that we're able to control. We should not even let them have control over us at all times. We should be able to keep our cool at all time. We should be able to be in charge of our emotions at all time. So building trust. Again, emotional intelligence can help individuals to build trust in their relationship by demonstrating they are all intertwined. By I'm trying to understand what you're passing through, and I'm trying to open up to you, and also we understand each other. And before you know, we build trust with each other. I know that, oh, I can hold your hands through this. You see me, I see you, and we find a balance. And this makes our relationship better. So, so the pros of effective disputes resolution and EI management. So preventing escalation. If I understand what is causing our conflict, and I'm able to manage my emotion, you're able to manage yours, we meet each other at the middle, then there won't be escalation of issues. We won't be having disputes, we won't be having friction. So teamwork, to improve teamwork. If I understand that this person is slow in doing this, I have strength in this, then we meet each other at the middle. I was able to help the other person. So before you know, we improve our work attitude. So decision making too, as a leader, if you have a good emotional intelligence, it makes you take decision effectively. You take decisions that are good objectively, not those that are subjective. So, and also makes you manage, even in resolving disputes among people. Let's say you are appointed as a mediator now, and you do not have social awareness. Your EI management is poor because you are not able to detect the emotion of the two parties and help them come to a meeting point. Then it's going to affect your decision making. It's going to affect your decision making. So sometimes this EI management is not even for us ourselves. It's not for me to work optimally. No, it's also for people around us. Because if I'm socially aware of everybody's temperament, everybody's behavior, then I should be able to sync with them. I should be able to make them sync with each other too. So then relationship management, this cannot be overemphasized. A person with a good EI has, if a good relationship managed person sustains relationship longer. There are some people that cannot keep friendship for a long time. You come, and it's not good for one to be alone. You do not have anybody to talk to. Everybody is afraid of you. People think you flare up at every instant. People think that you're on a high horse. They can't approach you. It's a bad thing. It's a bad thing. So it's not good that people can approach us, people can't talk to us, people can't reach us. Let's try to be reachable. I'm not saying that giving everybody space and all, but let's let someone be able to talk to you, and let's just live an impactful life. Basically, let's have a balance of all. So conclusion. So I already mentioned that EI is a very valuable skill for every of us and individuals, and for organizational management, and also in resolving our disputes, because that disputes erupt, that conflict erupt. So one needs to develop his emotional intelligence skills, and individuals can approach conflict with empathy and understanding and work towards peaceful and mutual beneficial solutions. So thank you all. Questions? Are we there?
Thank you so much, Toyin, for the
Question?
wonderful.
Yeah. It's really nice. It's so good. I really enjoyed this section.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, so,
Questions.
Please, I have
so
Be raising our
questions,
hands.
please.
Let our hands be raised so that we can pick the. You can see Sammy's hand.
Okay, and see Sami's hand. So Sami, you can talk, please.
Raise your hand. You want to ask any question? Thank you. Sammy, you can speak. Hello, Sammy.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much, Madam Oluwatoyin. I really enjoy your teaching. Yeah, please. Yeah, please. I want to ask
Okay.
this question. What of when one noticed, probably one has been doing great thing, good things, being a good thing to be a good person to people, probably friends and all that. But one now notice that they are really taking advantage of being soft,
Yes.
being gentle and all that.
Yes.
And then they now make use of person, and later
Yes.
dump the person in that situation. So
Yes.
one now come to realize that, oh, because I'm soft, I'm gentle, I
Yes.
be a nice person, and so they've been taking advantage of me, even something that probably one negotiate something, may decide not to collect money or something. When you decide to have a business together, and they use style and maneuver you and just go away and dump you. In that
Yes.
situation, one will now notice that you now decide to be now very hot temper with anybody now
Yes.
you are having a relationship with after that. You know, in that situation, what can person, you know, do now,
Yes.
So I want you
Okay. So
to let me explain that
thank
or
you very
try
much for
to
this.
talk about that.
All right. Thank you very much for this question because I understand what you're saying. There are instances where naturally you're a nice person, you're cool-headed, people come with their situation, you help them out, but as human beings, they take advantage of the whole thing. So as I said already, self-awareness and social awareness. So most
Exactly,
times,
yeah.
yes, so most times you need to decipher who are these people to me, as in how am I in the best position to help them? Should I go all out for them? Are they worth the trouble? So most times you need to be socially aware of your environment too, because you will know those that want to take advantage, you will know that they want to take advantage of you with time. Most times you will not know immediately, but with time it will show. So you need to be socially aware. You shouldn't stop helping people. You shouldn't stop being yourself because there are some set of people that will come and take advantage of your niceness. You understand? But again, it doesn't mean that we should be stupid or we should be foolish in our day-to-day dealing. When it comes to transaction with humans, in fact, with your friends, let's say money comes into issue. Let's say, oh, I need 100,000 naira to start a business, and I'll be paying you back monthly, maybe with let's say 2% interest or 5% interest. You can put it down in writing. Get simple. You don't even need anybody to come along. Or simple sheets. Put it down. This is agreement between me and this person. You sign it. So that is you trying to guard yourself. You don't stop being nice, but you have
Yeah,
to
so
address.
sorry,
Yes,
excuse me, ma.
yes,
Yeah, let me chip in a thing with what you
yes,
said. Being, like a friend that you know each other,
yes,
and you know, you not decide not to put anything in writing.
in writing.
He
Yes,
said that, we just are verbally, though, verbally in law, it's also
yes,
it's also
it's also,
binding,
yes, it's
but
binding,
but but
but you need
it's
to prove.
binding,
Yes,
but you need to prove that, you know. But even a lawyer, once he notices that you are not putting it in writing, he may
yes,
be incapacitated to help,
help
because
very
you'll be
well,
saying
very
that
well.
for you not to put it in writing is very
I don't
is
have,
not
yes,
that
I don't have anything to show.
that argument. You
Yes,
don't have proof, enough evidence, So this will happen. There's a friend,
yes,
we tried to do something together. So he called me actually,
yes,
but I now introduced to someone, but that has that's what he was talking about.
very well.
The person now said that, okay, yes, I have this thing, but you have to write an agreement, blah blah blah. He brought it out. So this guy, I noticed that my friend, now moved back up. Meanwhile, he is in abroad.
Yes,
So I'm here, but I was
yes,
trying to run around. So he moved back. So this guy now said, where are you people? He's been waiting for you guys. Just write these agreements and we move on. You know, but I told my friend, how far this guy is still asking, let's do this thing. He was telling me, I now noticed that he didn't want to sign that
the
agreement
agreement.
with that guy.
Yes,
So since I know what he really needed, though I was not in that line, but I now decided, okay, I will go all out. I tried to sort out things, know about it, get it done for him, get
Yeah.
those people he needed, you know.
Yes.
And I did everything, and we agreed that okay, once you bring these people, when we are, you'll be giving this particular one thing, you know,
Percentage. Yes.
so amount of money, blah blah blah. So after that, when we were together, only two of us, you know, I didn't know that he has asked even his own younger brother, their another friend, he has asked them, they didn't answer him.
Mm.
But me, I did everything. I did everything. This is not successful. That everything is going fine. It's like I'm the one almost controlling the whole business because I was the one that brought
You're the one
in
that floated.
people that
Yes.
work in the company.
Yes.
He now noticed that this guy was not finding one way or the other. Me, I didn't know. I was just still being a nice person as I am. You know, I was still doing my stuff, but I sensed something. So he was now trying to make sure that he now brought his younger brother in. You know,
Yes.
later he brought that another friend. It was later he was telling me that he had met with them before. They didn't answer him. But when things are not going all right, was not trying to, you know, make use at least to sideline me, and then, you know, because he knows that I will never agree with him.
Yes.
You know, I always, this is what we say, this is what's going to happen. You know, he was trying to bring it, it was not using those people against me. It got to a time that they put me in the middle. You know, they will have done some things behind the meeting. You know, we normally use this kind of setting for our meeting and all that because actually, you know,
Yes.
so they were doing meeting, doing all sort of things. At the end of the day, so in this kind of situation, in a nutshell, you know, I was not saying that, man, so this is what you are trying to do. So I was not interested in that thing. I was not happy with it. I was now, they now turned me to a bad person. Meanwhile, within them, they know that I'm a good person. But because of their intention and what they want to do, you know, they now they they, they, they put me as a bad person. But they say that it's a long story anyway.
Yeah.
So in that kind of situation, you know, in fact, with that situation, that issue, I decided not to talk with them again. I cut that relationship
Yeah.
because
But
it's very painful
I,
and hurt.
I'm trying to get you.
So they are
Are
now
you
enjoying what I've, you know, I've
work
worked
for?
for.
You
In
see,
millions, we are talking about tech company. We are talking about tech company. So they say that he's making a lot of money for what else I've done.
you see,
You know, in that
that's
situation, do you think one it can be forgiven?
well,
So please, you know, please, I just
well,
want your response, please.
we are. I'm sure that the most of the people that are here are Christians and Muslims, and forgiveness is important for us all. That's on the one side. You need to forgive. You need to let go. But now this has happened. It has happened, and you were not able to keep records, and you're not able to keep data and the transactions, the records of the transaction on all that transpired, that could show that you are also an owner, or you also contributed into floating
No, you
the
see,
business.
excuse me. See, uh, no, no. See, I'm the financial manager,
Okay, okay,
or I
okay.
was the financial
The
manager,
financial manager.
I was
Okay,
an accountant,
okay,
doing the record, doing the all those stuff. But
okay.
since that thing started, I was not even ready to
What
do anything again.
was it a registered business?
I have what the salary I paid, all those things. I was the one handling those things. It's a
Okay.
registered company.
And are you the
It's a
part of
registered
the board?
company
Are you
here
a
in
part of
Nigeria.
the
It's a
board?
registered company in Canada,
Are you part of the
in
board?
US. I'm also part of the board.
Yeah,
I'm
so
also part
so
of the board.
so
In
you
fact,
cannot
all
you
my
cannot
certificate, everything is part of
yeah.
it.
So the thing is, yes, you don't want
Eh,
to go on with the friendship any longer. They don't want to also go on with the friendship any longer, but you can take what is rightfully yours. You guys can transact on a business level. I'm part of the board, though it's not going to be easy because you guys are not on the same page. So it's not going to be easy to transact with them. But if you have expended energy and finance, so you can take back what is yours. They should pay you back all the resources and all that you've incurred on the business. So I think that is possible. But for forgiveness, yes, you can forgive. And I try to say this for everybody I meet, friends, family, even strangers that I meet. I tell them all the time, when you're going into a transaction with anybody, whether your friend, whether your brother or your sibling, try and put something into paper. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, we feel, oh, this person is my friend. This person cannot betray me. This person is my brother. This person cannot betray me. But we are human beings, and conflicts are bound to happen. So when it involves money, especially huge sum of money, please always put pen to paper. Please, I beg you, always put pen to paper. Involve one or two witnesses so that everything will be on plain sight. And when issues come up, you will have a stand. You will have a story to tell, and there is a way that you can get back all that you've expended in the transaction. That's my advice. So Solomon, your hands are on. Are up. You can speak, please. Some am I able to were you able to get one or two from what I said?
yes, yes. I know that
Yes.
the mistake I made was not to put it in writing.
Yes.
That's the fundamental error.
Very
But I
important.
was doing it out of out of
Out of love and friendship.
out of love,
Yes.
love and friendship. He knows that, but he just decided to
He took
to
advantage of you.
to just go through, take advantage of me. There's nothing can do. Yeah, we do it.
Yes.
The worst part of it is that the relationship will not go further. You know,
Yes.
so that's from his own end. I think that's what he has concluded on.
Yeah.
And because he knows that I will, I will flare up and I will not talk to him again.
But
You know.
yes, for
So, but now
some
you are saying that I'm part of director and all that.
yes.
But the friend of us that is also part of it is a lawyer.
Yes.
He can also use, because he's the one that registered
Yes.
that company. So he can also use him to remove me. I don't even mind. I don't even need them. You understand?
Some
For somebody that is dubious, he can do anything, and his business. So I don't want to even propose again. So when you are talking about the reason why I'm saying this is because you are saying that I can, have what belongs to me and all that.
yes.
But so that's why I'm saying that he can remove me at the end of the day. So I'm not bothered. So that's it. Thank
Yeah,
you.
but on the one hand, Somi, I think you should still reach out to your friend and try to resolve whatever the issue is. Let's try first. When it fails, then you know that okay, this is really, really bad. Then you move
See,
on.
a friend of mine a friend of mine has called me, but I didn't want to. I just said, no problem, no problem, no problem. Because I introduced him to him. He's also that a friend of mine is also in US. If I introduce him so that if I that my friend has even helped him a lot because he was in Canada, he was moving to US. So I now call that my friend US. A friend of mine is coming, he helping to settle down there. You can see this kind of, but that guy has that behavior. So when
Okay,
the situation now happened,
Mr. Somi, you know what? I'll drop my number on WhatsApp group. Then we can discuss this further. So that let's take other questions or let's just take other questions. Then we can discuss this further. I can see. Let's see what we can do. Solomon, your hands are up. Joy, your hands are up too. Solomon, you can speak.
Well, I don't like I want to say much. You
Yes.
already said what I wanted to say.
Yes.
I see that the situation requires something much more beyond this class. So you already offered to give him further support after this class. I think that's okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Joy, your hands are up.
I just wanted to say what Solomon just said. Like
Okay.
the consultation and having a private discussion is fine.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So, Somi, please, a private discussion will do for us. So, do we have any other question? Do we have any other question? I'm checking the chat box. There is nothing. So, are we all good to go? Hi, everyone.
Yes, we're good to go.
All
yes, we are
right.
good.
Yes. Please, you can follow me on LinkedIn, Oluwatoyin Oladejo. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you. You can also follow Imeyreach on LinkedIn, and our website is on the chat, is in the chat box, www.imeyreach.org.ng. We also have Instagram handles, and we are on Twitter. We are also on LinkedIn. Please follow and spread the good news. And we'll be having a continuous session next week Saturday. So if you also want to join other team, let us know so that we can direct you accordingly for next sessions on Saturday. I think we'll be having public come on.
It will be on Sunday or not Saturday.
Okay, Sunday. Yeah, Sunday, yes. So Solomon, you're taking the next session, right?
Yes, I am.
Yes, so we'll have that's on public speaking. So we are glad to have you all. Thank you for your time today. I hope that it was fulfilling and rewarding. Thank you so much. Have a
Thanks.
lovely evening all.
And you too, madam. Thanks so much. Bye.
I'll share the slide
Bye.
on the WhatsApp group.
Okay,
All right.
okay, no problem.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you for joining.
Bye.
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 Bye.